I just messed everything up. I freaking messed everything up. Okay, look, I don't have time for this, bro. I don't have time for this. Whoever's typing this, I'm gonna slap you then. I freaking gotta restore.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Fine, but you know what? I'm gonna do it correctly.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I kinda wanna get that error. I wanna get that error.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It's literally right here. The code is literally. Can you go in?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Bro, what the frick? What the frick?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Okay. You know that.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Oh, the door wasn't shut? Oh, well, pretty sure the door is shut, though. Like, I'm not stupid. See y'all, the door's shut. Oh, well.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
That's actually cat.
Nope, still on board with death.
I'm about to get this mad. I'm about to end his career. If the light is on, call. Fine, y'all. Fine, y'all. I go through here. I'm gonna go through here, and then the next time, yeah. Oh, I wasn't looking. I was trying to look at my cup. But anyways, I'm gonna go try looking at my cup. Are we even there yet, man? It's just an endless loop, I bet.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
You're saying death too many times, by the way. I'm feeling like it's fake. Now, if I look down here, there's nothing down here. See? Oh, there is death. Man, this is cat. Why is it cat?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I'm gonna die. Goodbye, real world.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Okay, this is stupid. No. Yeah, this is real stupid. The two doors. Stupid. The office computers. Oh, there's literally one. Dang, I can just turn them off, bro. Turn it off. Okay, office clock. Bus office. Oh, this is really stupid. Nah, man, what are y'all doing, y'all? Oh, look.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Yo,
But
why is
listen
my
to me.
controller
You can
rubber
still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Nah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, no contact. Let's go.
Oh, New content? What does that mean? New content?
I hope it's about the secret room y'all told me about. What about those?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm
This
very
sounds
excited to
stupid.
see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe
Stupid.
content.
This is stupid. I don't like
Okay, so far it's
I
an
don't like
elevator.
this.
Nothing special yet,
I don't like
but I'm
this.
sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I don't like this.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
I don't feel safe around these doors.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
I hope it's the button.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Oh man, I can't jump no more. What happened if I try to jump?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
What? Thank you for joining.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this?
Man,
I'm
that's
infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game?
No!
And we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
What the freak happened? Yo, what happened? Yo.
Psst, Stanley. Come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Yo, I did work on. I'm not about to do this again, so yeah, sure. And it better be the button. Better be the skip button. Yo, it's taking me a long time. I hope it don't take me 500 in my...
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap PlayStation port? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Yo, he made this one certain thing for I cannot even go outside.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Finally, the door opened. Like, jeez. What is down here, though? Man, this is stupid. I'm over here looking at these papers. They say nothing, Donnie. Nothing. What is this? Among Us? This is crazy. Okay, let me guess. I gotta go through this door. I can't even go through the door. What is this?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Is the door open? It's not even door open. This door's open.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
What does the serious mood mean? Yo, are we gonna talk about the serious mood? Like, I think we gotta talk about that. Like, there's literally no, like, entry, though. Like, oh, wait, okay, this is weird. What is this? I'm over here trying to go through. Can I go through? Like, what is this? The door's still open. Settings. Bruh, 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 bruh.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Yo, first of all, give me a quick soda, bro.
Oh no, oh God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
No.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
This game is not funny. This game is unfair. This is unfair, Mario. No.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy, honestly, you can. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it would, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
Just like
I
this
feel
fair.
like a failure.
Dang, I think he got more than
Like I let
one.
these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Yeah, it's actually not funny though. This game is not funny. That's why I don't want my own game. Sounds like a try here. Anyways.
What's
What
this
is
one
it?
got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt.
No,
Not if it means we can
I
strike
need to
these
listen, bro.
negative
If I
reviews
don't listen,
from
I'm
the
gonna
record.
be
Only positive reviews of the
chill.
Stanley Parable.
Yo,
That's my
chill.
motto, and it's
Yo,
always
chill.
been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of... Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it?
I'm
But
gonna
at
get the
any-
bad ending. I'm gonna get the bad ending.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
12 hours,
You've
dang.
just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always?
Bro, I had to end this. What happened?
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through.
Bro, what is happening to this? I can't stop pushing this button. Yo, narrator, you there? Yo, you good? Narrator. Narrator, where you at? Man, I'm gonna push the button again. Oh my god! Algebra.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth.
Yo.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Nah, this is scary. Get me freaking out. Y'all hear that? I think he's doing ASMR, bro. Nah, what happened? No, that just looks scary. Bro, I don't like this button. Why did he create this? That's the reason why. Oh, look, light. See, why did he create this button? I don't like it. Dang! Bro, we have a whole entire farm growing up in here. Bro, what happened? Dang! It turned to ashes! Nah, get me out of here. Hurry up. Ugh, I don't like this place. Get me out of here. I don't like this. Nah. Does the pudding work still? Oh. Yo, what happened? Oh. No cap. What? I think I'm in the desert. I see something there, but I don't know where it is. Oh no, now I have to restart all over. And he said click on the door.
All of his co-workers would go, oh please, are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks?
No.
Now suppose you were to click... Oh good, you notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
It better be fast. Yay, it's fast. Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, pause. What the freak is this? Okay, there's so many doors that I don't know. Why are there so many doors?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Bruh, what? For real?
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for. Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
We're gonna go ahead and go through new features. Bro, it better be okay, I'm gonna change my name to Stanley.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
There's literally probably none. What the frick is this? Collectibles? Nani? Collectibles? Collectibles? Freaking collectibles!
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Am I getting closer or farther? Yeah, I'm going closer. Yo, what happened here? This is just looking scary. But yeah, sure, I collected. Yeah, I collected. Collect them all.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
There's a freaking QR code, man. No.
What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
2? Bro, what the freak is it? Yo, no cap, I kinda like the new content one. And I like the end is never the end, the end is never the end, the end. But where's the one where it says your name? Because I just changed my name, bro. I didn't change my name for nothing, bro. I'm changing it back to Santino. I'm done.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well,
is that a blade?
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game.
Just like
it's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Bro, what does this?
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Yeah,
you may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, It's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
Bro, can
Yes,
I pick up?
the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
I'm over here. I was trying. The whole entire time.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2. Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Yo, what is it? Oh, it was just the lighting. I thought it was like, it was blood. I thought it was blood. I'm like, hold on, why is there blood? Okay. Free new plus easy 12. Get in here. Water.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Bro, I tried. This is stupid. I knew it. I knew it was stupid. Breaking door. I'm still trying to get the door.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Bro, all you got is just art. Exit. I don't want the jump circle.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
See, bro, they got all these.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work.
Bro, I
There's
like this bucket though.
definitely a
Like, I
good
like the
game
whole.
in
I
there
like the whole
somewhere.
thing in
Say,
the video.
let's do an experiment. I'll
All right.
arrange these new features
I'm gonna
together,
sit down, though.
and
I'm
we'll
gonna sit
see
down.
whether
Actually, I
or
don't
not
wanna be right
it
here.
coheres into
I
a
wanna be at the
meaningful
top.
gameplay experience. Okay, are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement. Okay,
bro.
yes, this is much better. I feel
Bro, I
good
like
about
this.
Here we go, version 2.
Dang, bro, you're breaking
Who am I
it.
kidding, Stanley? This
I can't
isn't
even
a
go
coherent
down there to
video
get
game
the
at all. It's a
trophies.
lot
Like,
of
look at the.
gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
See,
I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. with care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Yo, he made it. Yo, he looks sick.
This is the story. All of his co-workers... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
Nope, I'm just making you shut
Click
up.
a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yep, I picked up the bug in my pet back now. This is literally total water. Total water.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Oh no.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Looks like there's a thing here.
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay, promise me, y'all. I don't know if this is a real good idea, but I guess I'm gonna try.
But Stanley feared that any
What
path
the
he
freak is
walked
this guy?
might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I'm not
Perhaps
picking
he
up
had
the
simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I'm a
Perhaps he wanted to
child,
stop
bruh.
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow, yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm not looking. I'm not looking, bruh.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Bro, I'm just trying to get to the. I'm just trying to get the ending where I find the Okay. No, I wanna.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Bro, who's calling the phone? Bro, feel like someone was calling the bones. Oh, like I just got out of. Input received. What? What is this? What the freak is this? Oh, you see how my brain just caught up to that? It was like a it's a plant. It's a seedling. Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I want to be stayed away from the door, actually.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
I know I'm bad at following the way. Oh god.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley left from the platform and
I'm gonna make a
plunged
part
to his
2
death. Good
because
job,
I'm about to
Stanley.
see how
Everyone
I can
thinks
get to
you're
that room.
very powerful.
So yeah, I'm about to skedaddle.